Then can you imagine? Because I don't know if you guys remember the Tom Brady roast. Bro, she got roasted.
A whale's vagina, which reminds me, Kim Kardashian's here. Word of advice, close your legs. You have more public beef than Kendrick and Drake. Thank you, guys.
They fucking ran through her on that roast. And she sat there with a smile on her face and took it. But
I would say about Kim is that I've never seen somebody be so disassociated in my life. She sat with perfect posture for 3 hours straight. Smiled, laughed. Like, I've never seen anything like that. Completely unaffected. Even when she was up there, they were kind of booing her. Like, it didn't make her smile. It didn't make her sad. It was nothing.
you have to be thinking deep down inside, damn, I'm a fucking whore. Like, you've got to be thinking,
I've been spending time in the dojo, doing all the things that they won't show. No spotlights on me, no photos, becoming the king on the low level.
J. Cole, or RJ, sorry, RJ comes out.
Oh, dude, yeah.
And how this woman is Kris Jenner. Kris Jenner, Kim Kardashian's mom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
She orchestrated the whole thing for her
Yeah.
fame. Yeah. That's a good parent, right?
Let's talk.
He's a billionaire
Let's
now.
talk.
It worked.
Let's talk.
It worked. That was a weird sit down though.
Well, here,
when
let me-
he was
let me
talking
get
about
back
the
to
gay
real
stuff.
quick. Ray J is just a weirdo.
He's
across
a weirdo,
the board.
bro.
Fuck, man. Okay, so like we're talking about how like great it is on how you've done such a great job being a parent, co-parenting, and then two of us are obviously married and stuff. But then you've got mothers like Kris Jenner out there basically talking about or making sex tapes with her daughters, get them out there publicly. And then I just saw the Rage. Was it Ray J? Yeah, he came out and was like, "Oh yeah, man, she made us do it. She was forcing us to do it. Like, it's gonna make you guys stars. It's gonna make you money. It's gonna."
Well,
I
it
mean,
worked.
dude, there's like this
He has
conspiracy
two
that
daughters that are
worked.
billionaires.
There's this conspiracy going around right now that like one of the kids is actually like Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez's kid. That they basically took over as like this thing, like basically how the Selena Gomez and Bieber had a kid, and they had to give their kid to the.
Oh,
It's fucking wild, bro.
The
Look this up.
Illuminati.
Hey, look this up. They're talking about how like, and then like Bieber came out with a song, and Selena Gomez looks fucking. She looks just depleted of life since all this happened. She got pregnant. And they had to give the kid up. Oh, it's weird, man.
Well, back to the video.
Nothing surprised you in Hollywood, by the way.
No.
No. But the video worked, man.
You got me talking about it right now.
No, but it made her. That was her breakthrough moment, man. She's one of the most famous people in the world right now.
But is that?
She was speaking at the White House. Not.
But is that good? Like that can't be good for society. That's what I'm saying. Like this whole society now is.
They're billionaires, man. Do you think they care?
And does that matter?
But
like
no,
y'all
no,
are saying,
no.
at the end of the day, you could be billionaires, but your soul is not good. And I'm not religious. I'm just saying, like, there's a part of you that you give up. Everybody says, go make the bag go. But at one point, it used to be, no, you go and get an honest day's living and you be okay with yourself. And that's what's really rich.
I mean, look, her dad wasn't around, right?
Yeah, no,
He passed away, right?
Yeah, he
was
passed
the
away
attorney
right after the OJ
right?
thing, right?
And she had her step. But I guess I bring that up because as long as I'm alive, that ain't happening. I don't care how old
Yeah.
my daughter is. I can't. I know the three of us would not, even if it led to success. Because
It's
Pete,
more
to
than
your
one way to the
point,
end zone.
there's. Yeah, it's not
Because-
from a business standpoint, yes, it's very effective, but there are other things.
Yeah, because then can you imagine? Because I don't know if you guys remember the Tom Brady roast. Bro, she got roasted. Kim Kardashian did. They fucking ran through her on that roast. And she sat there with a smile on her face and took it. But you have to be thinking deep down inside, like, damn, I'm a fucking whore. Like, you've got to be
she
thinking.
doesn't care, baby.
Whoa.
Well, look, first of
Whoa.
all, don't
She's
judge
a
her,
whore
bro.
because she had sex with her boyfriend?
That's exactly.
Was that?
Yeah, they were
It's her,
dating.
yeah.
No. But I'm saying, like, that's your take? That's all you got away from that? Was
You can't. What is the definition of
that
a whore?
mom sold you to
The
have
mom
sex.
isn't wrong. She was.
Yeah.
She was. It was her.
But wait, but you did it. It wasn't like she was a baby. She was what, 26, 28? I don't know, man.
I'm not getting no smoke from her.
I get what
You know you date Kris Jenner too.
no, but
Oprah, Stedman, now Chris.
but I get what he's saying. What did they do wrong? They didn't. She wasn't.
I think
They
the
were
wrong
together.
part is you putting it out there for everybody. Like you're
What about the
staging
Pam
it.
and Tommy tape?
Yeah, the same thing. Like they're not looked at as like upstanding people necessarily. You know what I mean? Like
Pam and Tom.
they're not like very Christian and whatever. Like even though yes, everybody has sex, but it's like the last podcast where you're saying like there's certain things you just keep under wraps and you don't put it out there.
But this mother's out there
Yeah,
putting her
Exactly.
her daughters
Did she
in
know it
these
was going to be
positions.
that big?
I think that
I mean,
they,
I would-
This is
Yeah,
huge.
she had
It became
vision.
yeah.
Wow,
Which almost makes it worse because she doesn't think that it's going to be that big, but she's doing it anyways. For what? Luckily, it became bigger than maybe she thought it was going to be, but does that make it right too? Because then if you're having that mentality, it's like, okay, if your daughter wants to go and have an OnlyFans.
Don't say my daughter. Say his daughter.
Don't say
But see,
If
that's
he
what-
wants to
look,
make an example, don't make an example of me. Make an example at one of them.
But that's what I'm saying. Y'all don't feel good about it because it's not right, even though everybody does it. But it's, I mean, obviously it's, it's.
Do you think that she talks with like these publicist companies and is like, what can we do next?
Sure.
Oh yeah.
And they just
We need a stunt.
Yeah.
What's the next stunt?
What's the next thing?
Yeah,
that we
because
can
there's
do?
a lot of people in Hollywood that say, all right, we need you to go and date this one person. We're going to have you sit down there. We're going to send TMZ to go and catch pictures of you. You guys are going to walking out of the store holding hands, chipper and everything like that. Yeah, because you see a lot of times when they have those, they're all done up and everything like that. It's like, do you guys always walk around like that? No, we don't. But for this publicity, we did.
Do you think that Kanye just fell into it? Or do you think
Fell into what?
Like he just got suckered into believing that like she kind of really was into this whole thing, and then or it was, I think Kris Jenner and Kim, they staged the whole thing. They knew they were just going to use Kanye to have a baby and then collect money.
He knew too. I think all those people know. Like Kanye, once he made it to a certain level, it's his availability went up. So when he dates these girls, like the last model he was with, he wasn't thinking, "Oh man, this girl loves me." It's like she loves who I am and what I can do. When you get to a certain point, you just have to understand that. Like you're Jay-Z and Beyonce, like across the board, they know if you're that powerful, your options are open. So are you going to take somebody that's like busted, or are you going to take the cream of the crop?
But you also have to give her credit for what she did
Who, Kim
after
or Mom?
that. Well, Kim.
Oh.
I mean,
What did she do after that?
Made several businesses.
But did she make businesses or she just white labeling stuff?
But nonetheless, she parlayed that into
That's true.
a very, very big business,
If you have,
an empire.
You know
so
what
to
she was
speak.
famous for, right? She was famous for being Paris Hilton and the Richie's friend.
And that's where she
Yeah.
they learned it from.
yeah,
Like Paris and them, that their whole thing was also done the same. Paris had a sex tape, I believe, too.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying,
hers wasn't as good, was it?
I don't know. I never saw
I don't
it.
know,
But
And did she
pull
need
it
it? Did she need it? I mean, she was already.
Yeah, she's already rich.
Wealthy.
Like,
she was rich,
super rich.
but
It was like the cool thing to do.
they became
rebellious-
famous, not just rich. Like she became, they had their own spin-off TV. Like it's like a catch-22. Like it's not good, but we watch it, so they make it. You know what I mean? Like it's just, I don't know.
And you're right. I don't think it's, I think the things we're talking about are very superficial, and hopefully there's a deeper meaning to all this, right? Like you said, giving, helping people,
Yeah.
doing positive things, but it's not just about being famous and
But what do you do as a kid right now? Because like, so for example, my son, I really have a lot of respect for him for what he does. I never have to tell him where to go, what to do. This kid just trains and works his ass off all the time, right? So you have the kid that's working his ass off like that, trying to make something out of himself. But when you look at the people that are at top, you're like, how did they do it? And it's like, should I be doing this or should I be doing
right.
this? Because some of the, I mean, you can't help but see the Jake Pauls and and the Mr. Beast and all these different people like that. And you're like, is this the way to be famous? Or not everybody's going for fame, but
Success, I guess.
success.
But then that goes into it. Like, what do y'all consider success? Would you rather have your kid be a Kim Kardashian or whatever, super rich billionaire, but their morals, it's just, or would you rather have them be okay, work hard, but they're honest and they're a good person?
When they're jumping on a private jet to Greece at like 3 a.m. and they don't have to worry about the bank account, I mean, a lot of parents are going to choose that no matter what
they'll choose that. But do you think that's actually better? Like these rich kids that have all the
I'm
money.
not saying it's better.
So, I mean, what would you guys
let's go back to the Kim thing. Is that the one thing that she did bad, or is there other things? Do you think? Because the guys that she dated, she's not going to date somebody that's a loser if she's successful.
Well, she started off dating that kid that was she got married to Griffin, right?
No, it was another basketball player.
Christian something.
He wasn't as good as
something
as
Christian.
Blake. That was a short one.
Yeah. And then Griffin was together with who? I thought Blake was with one of them as well.
Nevertheless, she dated a lot of really high level men.
Yeah.
Right?
Athletes,
but
musicians.
Reggie Bush, Miles Austin,
Reggie Bush,
Chris Humphries, Kanye West,
Humphries.
Pete Davidson, Odell Beckham, rumored.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all
So
it's given so far.
if she's somebody at a very high level like that, is she going to date just regular Joe? I don't think so. They're in different circles.
Which is so weird because you have people like Matt Damon, right? Who I think he ended up
Just
married a
waitress.
bartender.
But
waitress.
it's different for men and women.
Yeah.
It's different for men and women. Like I'm not looking at somebody that's gonna match me or anything. Like I'm not looking for somebody that is at my financial level or anything like that. I'll date a girl that's poor as dirt. Like I don't mind because I'm accepting my responsibility. But I think it's different for women. It's hard for a woman to be very successful and try to date a man that is not.
Sure.
I think Britney tried, right? Like
Backup
dancers.
Backup dancers. Yeah.
Now,
J-Lo did the same shit.
we've been talking about Kim, but what about Ray J from that moment? They kind of went in different directions. What would you want your son to be, the Ray J in that situation? Make a video, and because we're talking about from my daughter, I don't want her doing that. Would you want your son?
He's asking you.
But they definitely went in two different directions after that, right?
I don't know. I think Ray J's still living off of that because he hasn't done anything since then.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's what he's
like
saying.
She
became real ultra
one of the most famous people in the world.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Starting brands and
Sure.
like she's a business, and he kind of didn't really.
He was a worker. She was actual in the business. Like when her mom had the business model of success, she put Kim as the CEO. He was just a worker.
Hey, there's no love for the dude, the men in porn. There isn't, right?
He got an hourly pay.
It's all about the women.
He could have. I wasn't. Did she do a contract with him where he got just paid a certain amount, or did he
off the video?
Yeah,
I think so.
Because it was something where she kept
right?
making money and he didn't make it all.
Yeah, because she sold it, right? She sold the video.
So they just gave him like a cut, maybe something like that.
Yeah, man, it worked for her. It didn't really work for him, huh?
Well, she don't have to work ever again now. I mean, Kanye paying that bill.
She does.
Yeah, he's what? She's got the baby with him. You think that baby's free?
Yeah, but when they're talking about child support, I mean, they're both billionaires. Like,
she's taking what she can get. It's not 50-50.
She's probably spending a little.
And then remember, she's keeping the baby away from him. Like he's like, I can't even see my kid.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Huh. I don't know if it's so much like that.
That's
anymore.
what he's been saying. He's like, I can't even see my daughter. And you guys are over there polluting.
She did
her.
lose his mind for a moment.
I don't think he lost his mind. I think he's.
Or maybe he found himself for a moment.
I really think Kanye is just so intelligent that he just doesn't know how to talk. He's not socially.
It's funny, isn't it funny how the most intelligent people can't seem to communicate very well?
Yeah, because
like
a lot of
you
things
try to listen to Elon Musk talk, like on the Rogan podcast. It sounds good, but man, it takes him a long time to formulate sentences.
Well, they communicate in different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're trying to figure out how to.
Kanye's like that also. I mean,
Well,
people
through his
jump
music.
on me for saying
They're-
it. But Kanye is brilliant.
Yeah.
They're trying to
for
figure out a
sure.
way to say it to you so they can dumb it down so we'll
Yes.
understand.
Yeah.
You know, we have a friend. When I talk to Swimner that way, I feel like he speaks slower, maybe just to me, so I can fucking understand.
Might be
But
Josh.
you know what I mean? Like you can tell that there's so much going on in his mind
Yeah.
that he's just thinking like, okay, how can I say this? He's like always like, yeah, I like that.
Or if he starts going and he looks at you and you're staring at him like,
Yeah, I get what you were just
and he's
saying.
like, they don't understand me.
Yeah. It's funny. There's a lot of people that, because people said that too with like Albert Einstein. They're like, you just couldn't have a conversation with him. It was, he just
You're not on his level.
not on his level, and you're just trying to figure out what he's talking about, and he's saying things that come naturally to him, but you don't understand. And then you can tell like in Elon's interviews, and there's some other guys too. What the not Harvey Weinstein, the Weinstein brothers or something like that. They're on Rogan.
I definitely won Harvey.
No, it wasn't Harvey. What's the Brett? I think it's Brett Weinstein. Brett Weinstein,
Is he
another
a
one,
producer or something?
something
or
like that. Yeah, I think they do something differently. One of them's like a scientist, the other one's something else. Anyways, but like trying to listen to them talk, I'm like, jeez, you know, they've got all these.
And they have it all
They're
locked
speaking a
up.
different-
and then
Yeah, they're
Different
speaking in
language.
different language. It feels
when
like
they have an
listening to them in
opportunity to
Chinese.
talk, they just start going, brrrr, and you're like, I got to keep up. We have
There
a
it
guy
is.
like that. You ever talk with Logan? Pete?
Yeah.
Logan, I love Logan. It's my financial guy. When you call him up, he'll be like, and he's just all over the place, and he's talking about different stocks and this companies and everything like that. It's like, bro, all right, just tell me what to buy.
Yeah. I don't know what you can do with a mother like that. And do you think she feels any remorse, or she's just living the cush life? Like, no, I got a private jet. I
did what
my
I had to
daughters
do.
are all. I did what I had to do. I was obviously a ran through mother that just kind of like, you know, husband died early, and I had to figure out a way to make money. I mean, she got famous for being a socialite. That's originally what she was
Yes.
famous for.
Yeah.
So she's
No
just like, oh,
talent,
God,
There-
not
you know,
anything.
I think
You weren't contributing to society.
she did it. So I think she might feel something every once in a while, but then she just takes money and wipes her tears, and then she's.
Or what does she say
But-
to her daughter? Right? But what does every porn star say to their daughter?
But
or every, you know what I mean?
even not porn stars, even some women, like girls that are in their little phase or something like that, that may have kids or something like that, and their mom is close by. Their moms will watch their kids as they go out all the time and do God knows what, not come home at night and everything like that. And they play dumb because they don't want to think that their daughter is anything, or they hear stories or something like that. I think a lot of parents get into this place where they want their kids just to be looked at as good kids. So they kind of like, oh, well, I don't think they're doing anything. Where they know they're doing all kinds of stuff and they condone it and they let it go. So I think it's across the board. I think she was more malicious because she was like, here's the game plan. Here's our business model. This is what we're going to do. Other ladies are letting their daughters go out and sleep with Jack down the street that doesn't even care, and she's taking advantage of it. And she knows her daughter's not living right, and she's doing all kinds of stuff like that.
So she basically picked her friends.
Who?
So she picked the people. She picked her friends.
Who?
She picked Kim Kardashian's friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
And it worked out.
She actually didn't, because she was already boyfriend and
She
girlfriend.
picked Ray J. She's probably like, yo, let's do this.
Yeah.
That's Josh.
Yeah,
He's that
that's
kind of
Josh.
parent.
Just pointing it out.
And
So
he's
I was onto something.
the architect orchestrating putting the pieces together.
I was onto something.
Gotta have a business plan.
Gotta have a business. Exactly right.
Don't know what to do. That's why we have this. That's why we have this podcast as fathers. We don't know what to do with our kids. But
You don't?
I'm not gonna be doing that.
You're not picking
but
your
you
kids'
can't
friends.
pick their friends,
I'm not
bro.
picking their friends.
Unless you can pick. I guess
I can pick their friends. I'm telling you right now, man. Like, I think the conversations I have with my son, it's very important.
It's
and
only gonna be for a little while. They're young.
maybe it'll be harder with my daughter. My son's gonna be a little. He's
neither-
already. It's
Neither one.
he already separates him.
Neither one. You're
The
not
one
gonna
thing
have
I
a
love
chance.
about
Listen to
it.
this man. He's got some.
because when they get older, you're not okay. If he gets put on a team and I'm in football, so say he's in football, and all the core football players, the quarterback, the running back, they have a good camaraderie. But the quarterback's kind of a, okay, dang. Shouldn't talk about these kids. What if one of the kids was being bad or something like that? You can't just like cut them out and say, hey, don't be friends with him, because they're part of the team. They're a unit. They're going through, and you need to rely on everybody. And they do stuff together. They go. If you tell your son not to be friends with them, you might as well pull him off the team.
Nah, not really, man. I had some friends in high school that were some of the best wrestlers in the country, and they just they would come to parties but not really hang out with anybody. Like, yeah, like they just were their own individual people.
Yeah, but they went to the parties.
They went, but they didn't like hang out with the
team.
And
that's what I did when I was younger.
Yeah.
Like I didn't drink in high school. I would go to all the parties and I would hang out with people, but nobody influenced me. It was I think there was people. Hey, here's a room right here. Everybody's smoking in this room. Everybody's doing this in this room. There's a keg over here. Like I was able to go out and have a good time with everybody and not put myself in any one of those situations. And that's what I want my kids to be able to do, because I can't expect my kids not to be in those situations, because then they're like the outcast kid and they got to deal with something else. So I'm like, hey, you can be in different situations, but just make the right moves. And I talk to my kids all the time about it. I'm like, look, if you're trying to go here and doing this, you ain't going to get here. So you got to make the right decisions. And I'm not going to stop you from going and being friends with certain people because they're whatever reasons. I just want you to make the right decisions. Like when I serious, when I talked to my daughter was like, what? No, you can't big friend. Like she was ready to battle and debate that point.
We should bring her in here.
Okay.
We should have this
Bring all our
conversation.
kids in here at one point.
We should have a conversation.
Yeah, I'll bring Naomi in. Naomi will love to. She'll her point, but Naomi's not going to be argumentative. But she'll say, well, but she definitely, because I know her friends too. Like her friends come over there. She has friends with everyone.
We can't have Bobby in the room though when she's here. Okay, because Bobby will try to stick up for her.
No, I'll let her talk. Miles won't care. Miles will just be like, I don't need him. Miles just wants to play football.
But that's how my son is. He's like, I don't really need to be friends with that kid. Yeah. Like he'll say, oh, the guy, he cusses too much. I don't really hang out with him. And then, this kid, like he kind of like very rude to other people. He's like, not rude to me, he's just rude to other people. It's like, I don't want to be on him. He's picking his own friends, but it's because of the way that I've said, like, hey, you don't want to be associated with those kids. Those kids are going to bring around other kids that you're not going to want to be associated with either.
Fair.
And then he kind of makes his own choice. But I'm also telling him, these are the kids. Watch out. This kid, he's a quitter on the field, and he doesn't have like the moral compass of like being a supportive teammate. You don't want to be around those people.
The way I take it, both of you guys. I take both of your stuff. For when I talk to my wife about what we talked about. So I'm like in the beginning, I think you can, like you do have a obligation, or you can set the standards of picking your friends. But like you're saying, at some point, you also do want to have them out in the world to be able to fend for themselves. So my plan is like, yes, I'm going to pick them in the beginning as much as I can, but also like you're doing is letting them know.
Well, you have to pick them in the beginning because you have to get along with the parents because it's play dates.
Right.
So up until like 7, 8, like 9 right now is 7, but you have to pick their friends. I'm like, no, we're not going to that birthday party.
Mm-hmm. But then also later on, let them,
Fuck no.
So the kids that aren't good can't come here?
No, we don't go to their parties, and they're not invited here.
So you have to be good to be on your friends list.
What do you mean by good?
He's 7, 8 years old. What are you doing? You're sitting down saying, all right. What are your plans in life?
So if you're on the bench, then
the bench
we ain't hanging out.
No.
They're really nice people.
No.
You know what?
Who's nice people?
The kid and their families. But
if they're good, then yeah, like come on over.
But what if they're not good?
What if
they're
not
invited?
Good?
I don't understand how you guys can't understand this.
No, I mean good in terms of
and here's the thing
of lacrosse. Like
we're talking about, are they good in lacrosse?
Yeah. No, because you keep talking about
scrub
he
bench
quits
warmer
on the field, but what if that's his best friend that just so happens to
He's not good.
have that level?
He's not good at what, lacrosse?
Yeah. Like,
no. I'm talking about good kid, not good like at lacrosse. I'm talking about being a good kid.
But you said earlier, if he quits on the field, I don't want to. What does that have to do with? Maybe he's a really good person that gets along really great with your kid.
What if he's a scrub in the field?
So no, we don't mind if there's scrubs in the field. What I'm saying though is if you're a quitter, if you're someone that like just basically doesn't show up for games because you didn't get any playing time the day before, and we're in the finals or we're in and like you are like, nope, Here's the thing: is I did a video yesterday about this. A parent, because we won the first round of the playoffs, get to the semifinals, playing one of the toughest teams in Texas in the semifinals against HP. And the parent called and goes, "Hey, my kid didn't get enough playing time in the first." Tells the community, and sends an email to the coach saying, "My kid didn't get enough playing time, so we're not coming on Saturday."
Well, that's a parent. That's
No,
not
I
the
get
kid.
it. I get it. And I'm not painting the kid as, but I said this is how parents ruin kids' sports. And this is how they ruin it for your kid, though, too. Now,
By
all
being
these
a
kids,
part of it and trying to control it.
No, all these kids are already saying this dude left us high and dry. They're not blaming the parents. My son came off the field going, "I can't believe he didn't show up. Like, we didn't have any subs." And then that parent actually tried to convince other parents that didn't get a lot of playing time for their kids not to come. So another kid didn't come because they weren't happy with their playing time either. And we're in the semifinals of the playoffs.
You guys are way too much.
I'm like, this is
He's right.
You guys are way too much.
I'm like, this is wild.
but
they're
see-
what grade? They're how old?
But that's the coaches.
That's
and
why
that-
fifth grade.
That's coaches and parents.
That's what's wild to me. I'm like, I go, if you should be,
That's
why are
coaches
you
and parents,
sending?
right? That ain't the
Yeah,
kid. You
that's
can't
not the
blame a
kid.
10-year-old kid, bro.
Okay, I'm not blaming the kid. I blame the parents. But the
Okay.
kids didn't. They're not blaming the parents. They're blaming the kid. So my son comes off the field and goes, "He didn't come. Like, he just didn't show up. Like, he left us. We had no subs. We had to run and run. Like, he's like, we couldn't
Did
even
you
come
see
off the
anything to
field."
coach?
The coach basically like talked to the parents and we talked to the kids. We're like, "Hey,
Did they
like,
win?
No, they lost.
Oh.
No, because they won the first round. It was a battle,
You
10
just
not.
got tired. There's no subs,
And then the
right?
second round, they had no subs. So in the semifinals, we're playing a really good team. No
Give
subs.
me another
But there was just
example.
one kid?
Huh?
They only had one sub?
No, we had 2 subs, but on lacrosse, it's like hockey. You got to rotate out every 4
Okay.
minutes.
Give
3,
us
4
another
minutes.
example, like
Give-
non-sports related or not.
That you would tell your kid not to hang
Yeah.
out with that kid.
What do you mean? Like multiple things. If your kid got busted at school for looking at porn on your Chromebook, I would say no, you cannot hang out with that kid.
That
If
sounds
you're-
very specific.
Dang.
Oh yeah, because it happens. It's happened.
Oh yeah.
This is
Oh,
all
wow.
stuff that's happened.
Yeah.
Like, if this kid has called in a bomb threat to the school, yeah, you're not hanging out with that kid. If you have brought stuff like
What is
weapons,
going on over here,
if
bro?
you-
Oh, no.
yeah, if you brought
He's a
weapons,
little
if you
kid.
brought weapons to school thinking it was cool to show them off, yeah, you're not hanging out with that kid.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I think all of you guys would
That's
have
totally fair.
My-
Because earlier, Bobby and I were caught up on, bro, just because he's not good at sports
no.
doesn't mean he's
He
a
was
bad
No.
No scrubs in this house.
If you have a tendency to curse a lot and be disrespectful to teachers,
100%.
I'm like, yeah, we're not doing this.
Okay,
We're not.
let me give you a scenario. Your daughter is 13, 14, and her friend brings a vape pen and gets caught with a vape pen. Do you?
I don't think so. I think I'll let her go ahead and choose her choice on that. Only based on the fact that, like, at that age, kids are experimenting with smoking.
Marijuana vape pen.
Ooh, probably, yeah. I say no. I
Cutting
say
her out?
we probably, yeah. Do I know the parents?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are they good parents? Did the parents talk? Did you talk to the parents about, like, hey,
What
you
if they
know-
were split family and
Yeah, would you say something to the
Yeah,
the
see,
parent?
I don't have a problem
but
if
what if the parents tell you and you find out from the parent that they get caught?
and your daughter didn't tell you.
Daughter didn't know.
Oh, well then, I mean, I still would probably tell her, like, hey, let's try to, like, see what decisions she makes moving forward, but let's do it from a distance.
But would you say something to the parent, or would you just like
I would say something to the
just
parent.
okay?
Yeah,
Because you know some people would just not say anything and just not hang out.
No,
with
no,
them. Avoid them, right?
I just told one of the parents that I'm friends with in the community. I just told him, I said, hey, look, I really do like your son. He's a really good kid. I go, I feel like he's a good kid. I go, but some of the things that he's done lately, I go, I'm going to tell Kellen to kind of take a step back.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, he's
Right.
like, what's going on?
Fair.
And I'm like, well, this, and this happened. He's like, oh, he's like, I knew that these things had happened. I didn't think it was to this extent. And I'm like, I said, well, I just wanted to let you know, like, as a parent in the community, I go, other parents are talking about your son. So maybe it's something that you should probably have a conversation with him about. I go, I can do it. I go, I'll have a conversation with him about how I think sometimes it's better. Like
Yeah.
you said, it takes a village. Sometimes it's better for a parent that
Another parent.
yeah, because I've had these conversations with the boys that come over to my house. Say, hey, I really enjoy having you over. I think you're a great kid. Okay. And I want to keep it that way. I want to make sure that our relationship stays strong. You with my son and my son, with you, and you guys are good friends. You're always more than welcome over here. Okay. But you need to understand that I have rules. Okay. We're going to follow the rules. And outside of that, you guys are out there to have a blast. Go have fun.
And are your past fights on the TV while you're talking?
No, I just, you know what I mean? Like I think inside the community now, everyone knows kind of like,
that whole parent circle can be a bit much, though.
It can be
and
toxic.
Very toxic.
It can be.
A lot of kids get, because I've seen it, we've seen it, where a kid gets mislabeled, or because some of the parents are the problem.
But
as we've
that's
been
also
saying.
part of the problem when you move from like San Jose, right, to a small town. And I went to high school in a small town, and it was very quick for parents to talk and communicate to each other. One kid goes home and tells their parent, yeah, so-and-so got busted, with a glass pipe at school. And now all of a sudden,
Whoa, glass pipe.
well, like, the old marijuana
Okay.
pipes were like
Oh,
the
yeah,
blown
yeah,
glass.
yeah, yeah. Oh, you meant like a crack pipe or something. Whoa.
Yeah, so it doesn't take long for buzz gets around, especially in a small town.
Sure.
I talked to my kids about it when that situation happened, and I said, check this out.
The vape.
Yeah. I had them in there, and I was like, look, I'm gonna say this very selfishly. Say, if you get caught with a vape, you know what they're gonna say? They're not gonna say Miles' name, but they're gonna say, or Kyra. They're gonna say Bobby Lashley's kid.
Mhm.
Boom. And I said, you know what that is? That's pretty selfish of me, right? And they were like, well, it's not selfish of me, because what happens to me if I go out there and do something stupid? They're not just gonna say Bobby Lashley did. They're gonna do AEW, WWE. They're gonna say that, and that's what you got to understand, because later on in life, when you're working for an organization like we just talked about, if you do something stupid, it's not just you; it's a reflection on that company, and they might want to get rid of you based on something stupid that you did, especially if it's something illegal. So you got to take
'cause
that
it
in
was
consideration.
marijuana, right?
Yeah. And then if you go through and say, and I told my son, I said like this, bro, listen to this. You want to play sports in college. If you get busted in high school, you think any school is going to want to pick you up and bring in
That's a red flag.
you're a huge red flag. So you might as well just throw everything out the window. Everything that you've been doing, all the money that I put into sending you down to IMG, to all the special training, all that stuff is gone because you did something stupid. And I'm telling you this because this is real. And like, I try to be as real with my kids as possible. Like, bro, if you want to mess this up, and on top of this, if you mess up what I put together for myself because you did something stupid, then we have some issues. And I'll tell them straight up, because I did a lot. I worked my ass off to get to where I'm at. And I'm not going to have somebody say, oh, my kid did something stupid and gets thrown out there, bro. No.
So you're saying you should just pick your kids'
No,
friends?
I didn't say that.
So
I
you
said-
don't lose your life.
When you're in those
business.
when you're in those positions, you have to make good decisions because it's hard. And it's not just drugs. It's everything.
It's everything.
Yeah, there's so many little things that you
Yeah.
gotta make sure to do.
Yeah.
Man, it broke my heart. Like when those two girls died from the sledding thing. Oh my God, it was like one of my daughter's friends. Like she knew her. Man, so I told my daughter, I was like, look, it's not just bad things that you do. You got to make good decisions across the board. That's not smart. Jumping on the back of an inner tube and having it tied to a car and you're in the back of it. It's not smart. Nothing good can come out of that. Nothing. So when you do things, when you go on in life, you got to start looking at things that you do and say, is that smart or is that not smart? Then make those decisions and make the good decisions and just keep going. You can have all the fun that you want. Just make good decisions.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think that's why when I approach the guy that I know in the community with his son, I'm like, hey, like I'll talk to him if you want. I go, look, I think he's a good kid. Just I can see there's times where he does do some things that seem to be a little vindictive, like to get friends to come over or to get friends to like stick around, or he'll like leverage whatever it is he has to be like, oh, well, you can't use this then if you don't, do this and this. It's very like selfish. So we're just having those type of conversations with people. And just, I think also too, being like kind of under where I came from, and also to coaching jiu-jitsu kids and wrestling kids and having a martial arts background, I think a lot of the parents go like, hey, like my kid knows that you are a fighter. They know that you've seen you on YouTube videos, and it helps a little bit. It helps.
I was just about to ask you that.
But what really helps the most is that my son is a good kid. I literally had a meeting yesterday with him, with all of his group of teachers at school, and they're like, your kid's probably one of the best kids I've ever had ever. And he's super respectful. His sister runs through our classroom every morning, gives all the teachers a hug that Kellen used to have, my son used to have the last 3 years. He goes and gives she goes and gives every teacher a hug. Hi, just swings in real quick, runs in, hi, and then runs out, goes to her class. And just Kellen walks her to class as she hugs everyone. And so the teachers just talk about that, and it makes it easier for me to propose to parents because they hear about my kid. Yeah. And then the teachers talk about my kid, and then the parents hear about the kid. And it just makes it easier for me to say like, hey, your kids are good. They're good kids. I want my kid to hang around your kid, but we've got to work on like these little things because I don't want to have to separate my son from your son.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. And it's good to, like I was going to ask you if the kids knew who you were and what you did. And I think that's very important because when I was driving over to meet you guys one time, I pulled up your fight. I was like, hey, look, he knocked out Nate with this. Miles was like, oh my God. So it opened up that avenue for you. Like he almost looked at you different because of that. I could just see it. So anything you say to him has a bigger impact. And I know that you're going to give him good stuff no matter what it is. So it's good. And then same with you. When we went to a weigh-in, there was a weigh-in, and it was Jake's weigh-in, right? You were standing right in the middle. Yeah. So he's that's Rich. And I was like, how Rich is a powerful dude. And then from that, it was like some of those things are good to see. Cause like my kids, friends, when they came over, they know me from wrestling. So like, oh, Mr. Lashley, they think it's so cool. Anytime when I have a chance to sprinkle some kind of good stuff to him, I try to do it. Like I'm picking him up, I'm driving it back. What are you guys doing? I'll just say little things like that. And it's very impactful for them. So that's why we say it takes a village to raise a kid. So I think it's important to talk to other kids. I don't go with cutting kids off because I think that they're bad kids or they're not, because I can help them. When they're young, I can help them. If they come over to my house and they're with my kids, I can help them because sometimes they don't have that influence from their parents. Their parents are just working their off. So the kids just finding their way and they get influenced by a whole bunch of negative people. Why not get influenced by somebody positive? So that's how I look at it. I'm like, hey, this little kid's kind of a little dummy. Hey, don't do dumb
Bobby's
things.
Captain Save a Dummy.
Yeah, I'll try to sprinkle at as many kids as I possibly can. So that
Josh is out there judging every little kid.
He's like, get out of here.
I got a list. He's got the list. I don't like him. You can't come over. Bobby's like, everyone's welcome. I'm gonna fix all your problems.
Yeah, I'm gonna fix all of you.
Straighten you out.
They're gonna come blow up Bobby's
house. I can't fix your moms.
They're gonna come blow up Bobby's house. Like, yeah. Remember that one time at band camp you said this shit to me? All right, guys. Hey, should you be a parent that picks your kids' friends, or would you be a parent that picks your kids' career, like Kris Jenner? That's a question for you. Hit that like and subscribe button. I want to thank you guys so much for another episode of Dad Dojo, and we're out.